You know what they say about American bikers. We buy motorcycles like we buy hamburgers. Bigger, louder, and with way more regret the next morning. I'm cruising down the highway, feeling like Easy Rider, when suddenly my bike starts making sounds like a dying blender. You saved up, did the research, signed the papers, and now every time you hit the road, you're just praying you'll make it home. According to the annual survey by Motorcycle Consumer Reports, thousands of real bike owners were asked a brutally honest question. If you could go back and make the decision again, would you still buy this model? The results? Absolutely eye-opening. These 10 motorcycles sparked the highest levels of buyer remorse, from unreliable engines and uncomfortable rides to constant breakdowns. Owners didn't hold back. These are the 10 least satisfying motorcycles straight from the voices of actual riders. And if you're into smart motorcycle content that helps you avoid regret, hit that subscribe button and give this video a like. Number 10. Indian FTR 1200. The FTR 1200 hit the market in 2019 with serious buzz. Indian marketed it as a flat-track-inspired street bike with aggressive styling, a powerful 1,203 cubic centimeter V twin engine, and modern electronics, including multiple ride modes and traction control. It all looked promising on the surface, but once people started living with it day to day, the complaints came rolling in. The heat is a major sore spot. Riders describe the engine as a blast furnace between your legs, especially in stop-and-go traffic. The radiator placement means you're getting cooked from below, while the engine roasts you from above. Then come the reliability issues. Some owners have experienced sudden electrical failures, while others have run into clutch problems and transmission issues way too early in the bike's life. And despite the modern tech, the ride-by-wire throttle feels jerky and unnatural in city riding. Many FTR owners ended up regretting their purchase entirely. It wasn't just a mismatch, it was a letdown. When Motorcycle Consumer Reports asked if you could make the buying decision again, would you still choose this model? 52% of owners said nope. Number 9. Zero SRF. Now, let's talk about the electric contender, the Zero SRF. This bike got a refresh in 2022 with updated styling and improved charging capabilities. Zero even introduced faster charging options and updated its mobile app connectivity. On paper, it sounds like a winner. Instant torque, silent operation, and a high-tech dashboard. But for many owners, the experience didn't match the promise. One of the biggest issues, range anxiety. Owners report charging infrastructure limitations, range estimates that fall short of what was advertised, and battery degradation concerns. Some say they're barely getting 100 miles on a full charge in real-world conditions. The tech also frustrates. App connectivity issues, dashboard glitches, and charging port problems have made even daily rides feel like a hassle. Add in high ownership costs, limited dealer network, and the price premium, and the shine wears off fast. So, when Motorcycle Consumer Reports asked owners if they'd make the same decision again, 53% said no, they wouldn't buy the SRF. Number 8. CanAm Spider RT. The brand just unveiled updates for 2025, but the regrets you're about to hear are all tied to the 2022 to 2024 model years. And for many owners, the experience has been anything but smooth. In 2023, CanAm updated the Spider with a new infotainment system and improved ergonomics. But in reality, the performance left a lot of owners disappointed. Riders describe the handling as awkward and disconnected. It's too heavy to feel like a motorcycle, but doesn't have the stability of a car. The learning curve is steep, and many say it just doesn't feel natural. Then there are the reliability headaches. Owners have reported major warranty repairs, electrical issues, brake problems, and repeat visits to the dealership. One even stated, "According to my repair records, at least $12,000 worth of things were covered under warranty, but my Spider is now having more problems than ever." They finally agreed to buy it back after months of fighting. As per the Motorcycle Consumer Reports survey, 54% of Spider RT owners said they regret their purchase. Number 7. BMW R1250GS. You'd think with a BMW badge on the tank, regret wouldn't even be part of the conversation. But the updated R1250GS introduced in 2019 left a surprising number of owners second-guessing their purchase. Yes, it looks impressive. Yes, it's loaded with advanced tech. And yes, the adventure capabilities are legendary. But all that glamour fades fast when the experience doesn't deliver. One of the biggest frustrations, the tech that was supposed to impress. Owners complain about TFT display glitches, system crashes, and connectivity issues, some within weeks of ownership. You get the feeling that too much of the riding experience is tied to electronics that just aren't ready for prime time. Then there's the cost of ownership. Even routine service maintenance can feel outrageous, and electrical issues are more common than anyone expects at this price point. For a bike that promises adventure, the reality can be uncomfortably complicated. When Motorcycle Consumer Reports asked owners if they'd do it all over again, 55% of R1250GS owners said a big no. Number 6. Harley-Davidson Street 750. The Street 750 seems like a no-brainer. Harley heritage, beginner-friendly, affordable entry point. But for a lot of owners, the daily ride left them unimpressed. Let's start with the power. The Street 750's 749cc Revolution X engine feels anemic compared to other Harleys. It's liquid-cooled, which kills the traditional Harley sound, and the power delivery feels flat and uninspiring. The vibrations are also excessive. Unlike the pleasant rumble of a traditional Harley, the Street 750 delivers harsh, uncomfortable vibrations that numb your hands and make longer rides a chore. It just doesn't deliver the power or character riders expect, even from an entry-level Harley. Inside the cockpit, the story doesn't get much better. The riding position is cramped for taller riders. The seat is uncomfortable on longer trips, and the build quality feels cheap compared to other Harleys. The suspension is basic, and the bike feels lightweight but not in a good way. So, while it carries the Harley badge, 55% of Street 750 owners told Motorcycle Consumer Reports they regret the decision. Hey, before we check out the next one on the list, quick favor. If you're getting any value from this video so far, go ahead and smash that like button. Number 5. Kawasaki Ninja 400. The Ninja 400 draws people in with two big selling points: an affordable price and beginner-friendly performance. For new riders, it seems like a smart choice, but for many owners, the experience hasn't lived up to expectations. While the Ninja 400 is improved over the older 300, issues with the transmission still pop up. Some riders report false neutrals, clunky shifting, or difficulty finding gears, especially when the bike is cold. And for highway riding, the small engine leaves riders wanting more power. The bike covers the basics, but it doesn't impress. Wind protection is minimal, the seat gets uncomfortable on longer rides, and the suspension feels basic. The Ninja 400 gets you into motorcycling on a budget, but many feel the limitations in performance and comfort weren't worth the savings. When Motorcycle Consumer Reports asked owners if they'd buy it again, 56% said no. Number 4. Ducati Multistrada V4. The Multistrada V4 made a big entrance as Ducati's flagship adventure bike, but for many 2021 to 2022 owners, the reality has been frustrating from the start. The most alarming issue? Electrical system faults. Some riders were hit with dashboard errors just days after purchase, leaving the bike in limp mode or completely disabled. Others face multiple dealership visits in just a few weeks, with long waits for service or replacement parts. These weren't one-off problems. They were common enough to raise major red flags. Motorcycle Consumer Reports gave the Multistrada a reliability score of just 18 out of 100, reflecting those early headaches and a rough launch for this complex machine. The electronics also draw criticism. The radar-assisted cruise control and blind spot monitoring feel overly sensitive, constantly beeping and interrupting the ride. And finally, there's the maintenance costs. Being a Ducati, service intervals are frequent and expensive, with desmodromic valve adjustments costing thousands. Instead of feeling premium, the ownership experience often feels stressful. When Motorcycle Consumer Reports asked if they'd buy it again, 59% of Multistrada V4 owners said nope. Number 3. Triumph Bonneville T120. The T120 looks great on papers, classic styling, modern reliability, and timeless appeal. But for a lot of owners, that first impression didn't last long. One of the biggest pain points: heat management issues. The bike gets uncomfortably hot in traffic, with the engine radiating heat directly onto the rider's legs. The air-cooled aesthetic comes with real-world consequences that many riders weren't prepared for. Triumph seems to acknowledge this, as they've made cooling improvements in recent years. Then there's the transmission. Many riders report notchy shifting, difficulty finding neutral, and clutch issues developing early. The gearbox feels agricultural compared to modern standards, and the clutch pull is heavier than expected. And that's not all. Electrical quirks, charging system problems, and occasional starting issues have also popped up on owner forums. It's no surprise that when Motorcycle Consumer Reports asked owners if they'd make the same choice again, 61% say they regret their decision. Number 2. Aprilia 210 V4. The 210 V4 looks the part: aggressive, powerful, and track-focused. It's essentially a superbike with handlebars instead of clip-ons. But that's about where the good stuff ends for daily riding. First, the comfort. It comes with a rock-hard seat and aggressive ergonomics, but owners report severe discomfort after just 30 minutes of riding. The suspension is track-focused, which means every road imperfection gets transmitted directly to your spine. One rider described it as medieval torture disguised as a motorcycle. Reliability issues follow close behind. Some owners needed major engine work within the first year, while others dealt with persistent electrical gremlins and ECU problems. Then there's the maintenance. The 210 requires frequent, expensive services. Finding qualified technicians can be a nightmare. And to make matters worse, the 210 struggles with resale value. Its reputation for reliability issues causes it to depreciate faster than many Japanese competitors. So when Motorcycle Consumer Reports ask, would you buy it again? 62% of 210 owners said, hell no. Number 1. HarleyDavidson Livewire. Yes, Harley's electric motorcycle, and this one's winning the title of the least satisfying new motorcycle on the annual CR survey. Harley's flagship electric bike had all the right ingredients: instant torque, cutting-edge technology, and the prestige of the Harley brand. But owners quickly found themselves dealing with more charging than riding. Electrical issues are the main villain. Reports include the bike suddenly shutting down mid-ride, error codes flashing constantly, and the dreaded limp mode kicking in. Some owners had to call for a tow more than once. The charging infrastructure proved equally unreliable. Even after finding charging stations, many found compatibility issues and charging failures. Then came the big one. The Livewire's production was halted due to charging issues, leaving early adopters feeling abandoned. And the rest, limited range, extreme depreciation, and inconsistent dealer support. When Motorcycle Consumer Reports asked, if you could make the buying decision again, would you still choose this model? A staggering 66% of owners said, no way. Now remember, every motorcycle has its pros and cons, but when more than half of the owners say they wouldn't buy the same model again, that's worth paying attention to. If you found this video helpful, or it saved you from landing on this list, give it a like, and don't forget to subscribe for more smart motorcycle breakdowns, real owner insights, and brutally honest rankings. Have a bike that should have made this list? Drop it in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.